Good afternoon, everybody. The Irish Demon back with another video. We got ourselves a kind of a Sav Sid here. I'm not 100% sure. I would say more so a kind of a constitutionalist. Now, he got done for grand theft shopping cart, or trolley, as us who speak actual English say. Sorry, Americans. But he's got some really interesting stuff to say, so let's get stuck straight into it.
Oh, sir, could you state your name?
Dallas Monty Jones.
To be fair, that is definitely the name of a guy from an adult version of a Western movie. Hi, ma'am, I'm Dallas Monty Jones.
So you got one count theft charge against you.
And theft is for what? Because nobody told me what the theft charge was for.
Okay, let me read you the officer's brief synopsis of the charge, and not to refute any of the details of it, but just to let you know what they're saying occurred.
Yes.
So what they're saying occurred is that they received a call regarding you trespassing. When they arrived, you grabbed a cane and stood up in an aggressive manner. You asked that you had taken a grocery cart from Goodwill.
Yes.
And that you had been contacted by the police before about removing the carts from the property, and were therefore taken into custody for removing the carts off the property, which constitutes a theft charge. That's what they're
Constitutional rights.
Yeah,
have
sir,
been
Mr. Jones.
What, your constitutional rights to take a shopping cart? Okay, I'm not calling it shopping carts no more. I'm Irish, it's a trolley. So what you're telling me is you have a constitutional right to twack a trolley. Twacking is taken without consent. I mean, I like trolleys as much as the next fella. But you got told before, man. You twacked a trolley, you got told stop twacking trolleys, and now you're twacking trolleys again. You're the trolley twacker.
I can't go into the...
Constitutional rights have been violated, and I can explain. Let me give a quick summation of what's happened.
No, sir. I will not hear it. I'll shut the TV off because I can't hear the details right now. All I simply told you was the summary of what the officers are alleging, not that you're guilty of it. Now, there'll be a point, sir, that we want to hear the details from you, but not right now. If you tell me the details now, I can't hear the case later. You just contaminated it. Does that make sense to you? I'm not trying to be rude.
Oh, well, I'm in pain. Sorry, sir.
That's okay. If I heard it now, then it would remove me from the case to be heard later. So I just am giving you a brief synopsis of what the officers are alleging occurred on that date, okay?
Yep.
So all those details that you have that you want to tell, there's a date coming for that, but it's not right now, okay? So I've scheduled you for an arraignment. Again, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial on those charges. I've scheduled you for an arraignment. That's where you're going to want to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest to that charge. Depending on what you plead is what will happen next with the court date. When you're released from custody, there's two conditions for you to abide by. Number one is obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately if you obtain an address. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Do not have any contact with the alleged victim in any manner. And there'll be a $500 bond placed on you until that court date of the 13th. That's only a few days away. I backed it up, so it's 4 days from now. So that's the earliest I could get you in to see. So you'll remain in custody until that date, and,
No, sir.
unless you post a bond.
My constitutional rights have been violated. These are man-made rules you're coming up with. My constitutional rights have been violated.
Well, guess what, genius? Your constitutional rights are also man-made. Even though they may be universal rights in the United States, they're not in the rest of the world, and it's not a basic human right. Even basic human rights are actually man-made. We can agree, generally speaking, as an international community, that there are certain basic human rights that every human being deserves and has the right to. The reality of it is that when certain individuals are in power in certain places, that it becomes very apparent that those rights are in fact man-made. For anyone who's interested in that kind of thing, I highly recommend you check out the books Homo Deus and Sapiens. It explains the history of humanity, how our ability to think critically and to think in the abstract has set us apart from the rest of the animal kingdom, and how we came up with laws and things like that. It's fascinating.
Okay, sir. Well,
The 14th of the last month. Go ahead.
Sir, if your constitutional rights have been violated, then you have a civil claim that you can file on that. I'm not saying they're not. You have a legal process to do that. You can't just tell me and say, fix it, Judge. You have a legal claim to do that.
I have a disabled advocate that's supposed to be on my side that was appointed by Judge Little, and the thing was dissolved on the 14th of last month.
Okay.
When I went there,
Okay, then when the detention staff gets a moment to free time, allow you to use the phone. You can call that legal staff member and find out what's going on. Because right now they show this current theft of the grocery cart. It has nothing to do with the priors.
Please repeat.
So you said that there was an issue that was supposed to be taken care of by legal staff?
Had to do with grocery carts in back of big lots.
Okay, well that has nothing to do with today.
Yes, it does. Because my rights as an American citizen has been violated under the Constitution.
Okay, now I tend not to want to change what I've said in the past, but I will always correct myself when I think I'm in the wrong. I think I was wrong to call this guy a sovereign citizen. I don't believe that that's what he is at all. Now, I could easily just go back to the start of this video and edit that out and restart my whole video. But I prefer actual transparency.
Okay, well then you have a claim to file.
No, because I'm supposed to have a disabled advocate that was appointed by Judge Little for me, and he's supposed to be defending my rights.
Okay.
Was appointed as a disabled advocate for me because I've been disabled and was awarded disability in September.
Okay, so then they'll get. Then if they were appointed, they may receive this file if they'll be appointed on this case.
Were violated yesterday by them, and people have been knowing that I've had to have a cane to stand up.
Okay.
I was quite aware of the owners of that property in back of Speedway. I explained to them there was no legal document.
Okay, sir. Again, we're getting into the details. So hopefully that legal advocate will be appointed to this case as well. But right now, nothing's changing the status. This is the very beginning, the initial appearance of this new charge. So you're going to remain in custody, and then we'll see you on the 13th, and you can explain that to me or another judge at that time.
This is you're railroading me, sir.
No, I just explained to you your charge.
Where's my dog?
I don't know. You'll have to contact the police department.
No. Oh, okay. Those people were the last people that took my dog away when I was up here last time.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they took my dog.
What happened? What happened?
Here, I was forced to stay up here because nobody was willing to come up and get me. The town of Payson set me up here, and I was released with no cane, and they kept my dog.
Okay. At the Humane Society?
Yeah, well, no, the police gave the dog to the Humane Society.
Right.
I was up here, forced to stay up here for 45 days.
Okay.
The Good Catholic Church let me sleep on the park bench in front of the church because I had no place to go because I had no money. The first night was here, I didn't even know how to use a spend card, and I had to hunker down in the cold against a mountain to keep warm. And I was on my way to Miami to get a telephone.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't have anything. All I had was a pair of shorts when I got
So to answer
here.
your question.
In other words, people know that I need a cane for support.
Okay.
And the idea, I had just had a good dinner or lunch over there. This is the point. The Payson Police Department has done an ongoing attempt to they continue harassing me because they let the Bosleys, who own Mountain View Apartments, 3 of them. I lived there and I moved in.
Sir,
September 2018.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I can't hear the details of the case. I don't mean to cut you off. You're charged with theft of a grocery cart.
Now, a very quick and shameless plug here. For some bizarre reason, I've been hit with demonetization in the last 3 or 4 videos, and it takes quite a while to get them to approve them, and obviously I want to provide this stuff to you as quickly as I can so that you can enjoy it. And if you do, consider supporting the channel by becoming a member or grabbing some beautiful, gorgeous Irish Demon merchandise. Link down below. You can also consider sending a tip in the old PayPal tip jar or hitting that brand new shiny thanks button down below.
And that's what we're talking about today. If you have a civil claims suit, then you need to file that or a violation of your constitutional rights. And if you have a legal advocate, then you just have to get a hold of that legal advocate to assist you, like last time.
Please, you're not listening to me. My rights as an American citizen.
I heard that.
It's been violated.
File a claim.
Constitutional law.
Okay, file a claim.
These police officers have been running roughshod on me. Because I'm disabled, I have to wear a cane.
Okay, I understand that.
I went to Humane Society. I hitchhiked from here.
Mr. Jones,
days ago, but
you're repeating yourself. You're repeating yourself, and you're wasting my time. You're repeating yourself. I've listened to you. I've gave you plenty of time. What you need to do to address your violation of your rights is file a civil claim. That's it. That's it. That's it.
I shouldn't have to, sir.
Okay, then don't.
The reason why I shouldn't have to is because this has happened before.
That's your reason why. That's nobody else's reason why. If you want to file a claim, you can.
Reasons of observing me.
We will see you on the 13th of July, sir.
So I was getting up and I was going to walk away from the men in blue because they had been continually harassing me.
Okay.
I don't have my dog anymore.
Okay. I would suspect it's at the Humane Society again. It's probably at the Humane Society again. All I can do is answer your things in chapters because you want to tell me the whole story of all of this. Your dog possibly is at the Humane Society. You need to contact the police department to find that out. I don't know where your dog is. It has no mention of your dog in here. That's number one. Number two.
I haven't met you, sir. I was dealing with Judge Little.
Okay, you're not now.
I've been violated. I've already told these people, men have told you that.
And I've told you how to handle that.
Been violated.
And I've told you how to handle that.
No, I should not even stay here one day since my rights have been violated.
I found cause in what the officer wrote in that statement that I read to you. I found cause that supports the charge.
There is no cause because they did this to me before, and my on shopping carts was released on the 14th of last month.
Okay, so then that's what you need to do, the same as that last time, just to get that to happen.
Do not want to stay here one day.
Until then, there's a $500 bond placed on you. We'll see you on the 13th, sir. Have a good day.
Now, this was a pretty unusual one, and obviously it seems really strange for somebody to be locked up for a while for taking a shopping cart. Twocking one, if you will. And I actually got some genuine CCTV footage of this happening.
Whoopsie! Down she goes, Bubbles. And then somebody comes and picks her up later. And
now, this is kind of a sad one because this poor man seems to be going through some pretty hard times. And he might have some mental problems or some substance abuse issues, I'm not really sure. He seems to be a pretty intelligent guy, he's really well spoken and everything. But at some point it has to stop and it has to be dealt with. But on a funnier note, I've always wanted to buy my own shopping cart or trolley, walk down the street in the middle of the night with the shopping cart, and when the cops stop you and ask you where you got it from, you say, "I think you'll find, officer, that this is my shopping cart," and hand them the receipt. I know a guy in Scotland did that once with a traffic cone. I think it's pretty funny. It's genius. But anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure and smash that like button, and we will catch you all in the next one. Slán.